Right, shall we go? This seems to be a little late. Just had some terrible difficulties. Good evening. Or morning, or wherever you are. Good to you. Right, I'm lost. And I don't mean I'm lost in the game, like I don't know where to go. I'm just lost in the storyline of Tales of Arise at the moment. There's been so many betrayals and twists and turns that honestly I don't know what's going on anymore. And as we left it on Sunday, I'm on another freaking space station that looks like Lenegis but isn't Lenegis. Where shall we go? Oh, I can't go there. Can't go to the lower level. I can go to the central level. That looks to be the right way. Can't go on to the upper level. Good to know. Right. Some red doors of do not enter. That seems good. Okay. We seem to have been brought somewhere.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Dear God, there better not be another Forbidden Zone.
What's that?
Hi.
It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
Wait. Don't, like, you know. Don't presume anything.
It doesn't look like it can move.
It doesn't look like it can move, therefore walk up to it and just examine it.
Are you the one who brought us here?
That is correct.
Oh, hi.
It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
It's safe to say it's not a red woman.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect.
Hevrect 35.
Get Hevrect, son.
Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that. Just what exactly are you? Are you
Yeah, ask the
somehow
right
associated
questions,
with
man.
the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We were brought here.
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
Yeah.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
What did you do to us?
Scanned you.
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way.
Thanks.
Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh goody, more riddles.
Do you think we can
Yeah.
trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
Yes, please. Can we hear you out? You cryopoded thing.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil.
Elginquill.
The red women you
Sure.
encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasal, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here.
Okay, so
Since
hold on.
my sudden separation from
Hold on,
the
I almost
Great
get a feeling that
Spirit's
Renna
influence,
is the enemy,
I
not
have used
like
any
the
and all means
planet
to extend
itself.
my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
Oh yeah,
A
just as you
question.
do.
What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
Right, okay, yeah, so pretty much
voice?
Rena
Just
is...
like Dana.
The voice of the
I
Great
guess Rena
Spirit
is
speaks
the
to our
enemy.
hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you
Now, Martin,
to harvest the
I know you
astral
like to
energy
say
from
plot
Dana?
twist, we are the
I'm
enemy,
not
but
sure
this
I
isn't
believe
Tales of
that.
Berseria.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Whoa, calm
Yeah,
it down, Rinwell.
Let's assume that what Hevrek 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit.
I'm Dana. I'm
Rena's
Dana. Oh no, I'm
astral
Rena.
energy is
Yeah,
amassed
is
at its
that how
center,
that's working?
Whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegus are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. And the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current
Right, so it's
state.
been eating
As a
itself?
result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
And it would have just been a husk in space.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegus was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renasalma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However,
Yeah, this.
recreating the Renis Alma required a vast amount of energy.
Kind of.
That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
This is all happening because of me.
Oh, no, you still had the planet wanting to eat you all anyway.
One of Alphen's original questions.
Just had you not failed,
Just why
it
have
would have
we
been
brought us
eaten
here to
300 years
invade
ago.
Hevrek 35?
right?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
Likely.
A request?
Request?
But what could someone
Accept?
like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
Oh, of course. Good, another
I'm
RPG
sorry,
where we
did
need to
you just
destroy
ask us
God.
to kill your master?
I did.
Sorry, Great
It is in
Spirit.
your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Lenegus has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena.
Yes.
If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Well, you might not get the
Why
chance.
do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
My reasons are my own.
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize.
Right, and your conclusion.
As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Okay.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean you're dying?
Eat you and all.
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask
Others?
them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Oh, good.
Others?
Oh, can you get off
Just
creepy
how many
space
of you
station?
are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Phasal.
Right.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.
Well, let's go. Find, in quotation marks, the others.
You can't seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right? I mean, it's practically
Look, Law, what else is
blackmailing
there
us
to do,
into doing
mate?
its dirty work.
To be honest,
Just stay
the
on here.
conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it. How about you, Dohalim? Were you able to follow it at all?
At the very least, everything it said about the Renin Great Spirit adds up.
A
At the
lot.
end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to astral energy. That being said, had we not previously encountered the will of Dana, I suspect I would find its story much more difficult to believe.
The
Interesting.
spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why? Astral energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
It's a giant
Doesn't
parasite?
matter. I don't care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy Dana.
Right.
There is one other thing that concerns me.
Oh, what, Dohalim?
How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renins? How do they factor into all this?
Alright, let's talk to you about a game called Chess and its frontline units
Now
that
that
they
you
call
mention it,
pawns.
In all that talk, Hevrek 35 never even brought up the Renins once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on.
Of course,
Maybe
we
the
need
others
to
will shed more
expose
light on
even
the
more
matter.
layers of a conspiracy.
Let's find out.
Yeah, please, let's go. Don't you skit. Good. Right. I guess we go to the lower level? We'll look at the lower and the upper level, to be honest. Okay, sure. Fast travel point. That makes complete sense. Right, what's in here? Nothing. Good. Little plants. Bum 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 bum. To the other side where we find the others. Hi?
Who are they?
What is it?
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Are you a
Okay.
Renin?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
You would originally call a Renin?
The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have.
The Overseer?
Whatever you want to know,
Please
we'll
stop.
tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing a dramatic shift that we don't want to miss.
Subject. Oh god, always experimentation.
What a weird guy.
He must have meant Hevrek 35 when he mentioned that overseer.
And what was that about
Yes?
subjects? You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There isn't anyone else we can talk to. I guess we should ask around here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Right. Who to ask? Who to ask? You.
Have you guys lived up here in Dake Phasal with Hevrek 35 for a long time?
Yes,
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though.
An amount of time.
We regularly go into stasis, so our sense of time has gotten rather out of whack over the years.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally, this station was where we worked to perform maintenance on Lenegus from the outside.
Oh, yeah.
We heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire facility had been destroyed.
And you've been working for Hevrect 35 ever since?
Honestly,
Well,
really, just
at
call him
first we thought
Hevrect.
that there was nobody else inside the facility, but then it turned out the
I was
overseer
calling him
was there
Hevrect
all along.
35. It's like,
What do you mean?
The Helganquil have the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans.
that would explain why no
As
one
long
could
as
see
they
the red
don't do
women.
anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would explain why Shion and I failed to notice the red women previously. Do they
Boom.
employ an astral art of some sort?
I haven't been able to scientifically confirm it for myself, but from what I understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means. In
Mechanical?
addition, they
Cool.
also used hypnosis devices and information control to get us to do what they wanted without being detected.
Oh, they're effectively the Silence from Doctor
It's
Who.
a pretty
Got it.
sophisticated operation, especially since it avoids any unnecessary conflict. I have to imagine that's how Lenegus is still run.
But
No.
aren't the Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great Spirit's mind control only works on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
Blackmail.
You act like this didn't affect you personally. If I was you, I'd be mad as hell at their deceptions.
Yeah, well, she's not you, Law.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Hevrect 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored, or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to
Sure.
go back home to Rena or Lenegus? Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright. After all this time, there's
Yeesh.
nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold instead.
Ah, so you're all
Things are going just
the
fine
Watcher.
with the Overseer. Not that it'll be around much longer. It can't extend its life any further. That said, I'm sure
Woohoo.
it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
Thank you for answering our questions.
Sweet. That's one cutscene down. If we can just do like another two, that'd be fine. Let's speak with you.
Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Oh, please.
Sure. It's going to be a while before the two planets undergo their next shift, so
Shift.
I can talk until then.
Ish.
Please, tell us what you know about the Helganquil.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
Where did they go?
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right
Is
alongside
Rena
the
Cotton Eye
Renans
Joe?
down there?
Of course not. There's really no such thing as Renans in the first place.
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought the Overseer explained everything.
Apparently not.
Please, tell us more.
Well,
Tell me
in a
more,
nutshell,
tell me more.
The Renans were originally created from Danans by the Helganquil.
Ah, that's a pretty big twist. Renans are Helganquil.
But if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena.
Yes, the planet is trying to
There
kill
aren't,
everyone.
but
The
there are
the
Helganquil.
planet itself.
That's what the name literally
My
means
God.
in their language. People
Guys,
of
please.
Rena.
But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the
Helganquil,
verge
by
of
the way, not
extinction, yes? In
Helganquil.
essence, we were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there.
Yes, of course they did,
That's
because,
why
you know.
we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
Yes.
Wait, that explains why almost nobody can use Astro Arts on Dana now.
Helganquil technology is truly amazing. The way they alter their bodies is far less invasive than your conventional surgeries.
Surgery.
They have these tiny machines that are practically invisible, which they insert into their bodies and...
Enough. You needn't tell us anymore.
Oh, please, tell us more.
How can you speak so calmly about all of this?
About to get to a nanomachines moment.
I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But
yeah.
if you ask me, I think they ultimately did us a favor. They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance.
Oh, dear God.
If it meant their hands had to get a little dirty in the process, then so be it.
No, that's how dictatorships
Anyway,
and world wars happen.
Helganquil are the real Renans. Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal. They're also
I
mostly the ones
certainly
behind
don't think
what
you're
you
a
see
big
going on
di-
between the two
anyway.
planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
Yeah.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
Yeah, thanks for filling us in. Absolute weird, weirdo,
Does he really
weirdo
expect us
face.
to believe that Renans never truly existed? How absurd.
Well,
Dohalim.
it has, so...
Just when I think we're getting to the bottom of it all, some new revelation smacks us in the face.
Well, it's better Revelation smacking you in the face than someone else's
And let's
fist,
hope
lol.
this is
You
our
should
last
know that.
revelation for a while.
Last revelation. We've got another dude to speak to. He's going to give us another revelation, you buffoon.
Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was?
To go
It was to use
like a
Lenegis
straw.
to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider. First was how to collect
Spirit channeling
and send
plan,
such
turning a
large
planet
quantity of astral
into just
energy
astral
without it
energy
becoming
using
sentient.
this.
Second, we had to figure out how to convert
Don't ask why I just had a
Dana's
random
energy
straw
so
here,
it would be
but, you know.
compatible with Rena.
I take it the solutions to those problems were to use the wedge for
Just
the
need to
collection,
find props every
and then
now
the
and again.
Sovereign and Maiden to convert the energy.
We have a winner. However, the first plan failed
Winner,
when
winner,
the
chicken
Sovereign
dinner.
was overwhelmed and became frenzied. The reason for that is because the Maiden lost control. I'm told he slaughtered many Renans in Helganquil that day.
Yeah, he stood in front of you. Don't say it.
For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renis Alma, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set our sights on Dana and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And the crown contest began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps.
Okay, so that was where Volran was.
A new Sovereign had to be made as well.
And
It
that was
such
also Volran.
tremendously difficult work. Its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
Oh, yeah.
So
We were just
that's what the
happy to
purpose of
just
that room
suck
we
the
found in
energy from the
Forbidden
planet
Zone
and
was.
kill all its inhabitants to feed a non-human
What about the flower that's sprouted from
sustaining
Rena?
planetoid.
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, it's likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Hevrect 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes, and yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
Ugh. Turn back and look at your screen.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time. Who knows what shape their minds are in?
Mush.
It feels like our whole world has been turned
Pink
upside
mashed
down.
potato.
Is there anything we know that's still true at this point?
Seriously, I'm still
Mm.
trying to process the fact that we Renans were
Yeah,
created
basically
by
that
the
other
Helganquil,
45 hours of
let alone
gameplay
the
that I've
Sovereign and
played.
Maiden stuff.
Total fucking lie.
Let's take a moment to gather ourselves. I know all of this is a lot to believe and take
Mad.
in, but I think
And
it's
now
fair
I
to
understand
say that
why
we
Stefan
found
said
the
just don't
answers
try
we've
and
been
guess what's
looking
going on in
for.
the story.
Does everyone agree?
Fuck.
Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Everything that's happened, everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to
Yeah.
get that energy, the Great Spirit took control of the Helganquil. Then the Helganquil created the Renans, who went on to invade and rule over the Danans.
Absolute madness.
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much, even. We should probably take it easy and rest our minds a bit.
Yeah, and where does one do
Why
that?
don't we all take some time to think things over before we decide on our next
Oh,
move?
please, don't
That's
make
a
me
good
have to
idea,
just speak to
Kisara.
each of the party members individually
if the Renan
again.
Great Spirit really is behind all this, and we've got a really big fight ahead of us.
I mean, I'm a bit
Because
concerned
it's
about the
not
fact that I'm
just
going to
Dana
have
on
a
the
fight
line,
against
but
a
Rena
planet,
too.
but you know.
If we're going to do this, we need to be completely sure of ourselves. So let's go ahead and break off for now. We aren't in any immediate danger, so we should be okay.
Woo.
You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
Arthur.
I'll go along with you. I'm interested to hear what's on everyone's minds, too.
Sounds good. Let's go find them.
The party disbanded.
Everyone's just gone their own way, huh?
Yeah, let's hit up each spot.
Skit.
Everything we thought we knew, it was all just a fabrication that the Red Women, that the
Yeah, it
Helganquil
was.
made up.
Right. Assuming we can believe anything that Hevrek 35 has told us, that is.
Well, if the names are anything to go by, it's possible the Helganquil could be behind the fruits of Helgen too.
But if Hevrek 35 was telling the truth, and this was all just one massive lie, does that mean everything we've done up until now has been pointless?
No, I don't think so. Or at least I hope not. I think it just means we've lost our foothold for now. That's
Yeah,
all.
foothold.
Really?
We'll go with that.
Well then, if we've lost it, I guess we'll just have to find another. All of us together. And if we can't find one, then we'll make a new one. End of story.
Woo.
Make one, huh? I see. Right then. Count me in.
Yay. So that's our inn. Do anything else, or are you just an inn? Well, literally just an inn. Good. Whoops. I rested. Anyway. Alright. See where the rest of the crew are. Oh, hi. Here, have a heal. Hey, we've got some happy bottles. So what's on the upper level? Didn't even have a look. Just open this door. And oh, it's a viewing platform. That looks nice. And horrifying and, like, you know, universe ending. Let's go back down to the lower level. And let's go skit. Alright, Kisara, you're the first person around.
Oh, it's you two. Does he seem like he's doing any better now?
He who? Oh, you mean Dohalim, don't you?
Dohalim, no.
I know that we're all struggling to wrap our minds around it all, but he looked like he was taking it really hard earlier.
Because he
What do you
is.
think about everything we've learned? About the Renans and the Great Spirit and all that?
On
Jazz.
some level, I'm not even really sure what to think, to be honest. I mean, the Great Spirit is like a huge natural disaster, but with a mind and will of its own. But if that thing's hellbent on trying to destroy our planet, then the only thing left for us to do is stop it.
Yeah.
As for the Renans, I suppose my feelings on that are a bit more mixed.
How so?
Coexistence between Danans and Renans in Menancia is still a work in progress. In my case, I think that's partly because deep down, I was still on guard around Renans. So, to be told that they're like us, that they're actually just like us is, well, I guess it's a little deflating, to be honest.
You kept a pretty level head.
You mean about the
Wouldn't really do
Renans?
that. You
At
counted
the
as
end of the
noise,
day,
but I was trying to
the
go.
Helganquil and the Great Spirit are the ones who are responsible. But at the same time, I realize that not every Danan is necessarily going to believe that either.
I know you're already aware of this, but the list of grievances the Danans have against the Renans is long, and understandably so. And if people then find out that they're all actually one and the same, yeah, I don't think they're going to take to it too kindly.
No.
Even just among the Danans, I'm sure there'll be some who emerge with power and some who won't. I think if we can find a way to get rid of that
The world is going to
imbalance,
be fucked up
then we'll be in a truly good place.
if it survives.
First, we can try to figure out what to do about the existing conflicts we have.
Yeah. It'd be nice if one day people could learn to get past their hatred like Rinwell did.
It's no small task. We can't
True.
pretend like the past didn't happen and ask people to forget their very real pain and suffering.
Indeed.
Right. Everybody has their reasons for feeling the way that they do. But if we just keep yelling at each other about it, we'll never move on. In a worst-case scenario, it might lead to even more people getting killed.
And we all
Wonderful.
have to figure out how to meet halfway. Not just that, but to also embrace each other's pain in a sense.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
It's true.
Indeed.
Everybody has their own scars, their own trauma. The first step to healing those wounds is to put aside that hatred. It won't be achieved through reasoning, but I think it's a good first step, if nothing else. And now, I think I see a way to move forward. But to do that, first we need to make sure our planet isn't going to get wiped out.
Yep, right, that's one down. Next. It's... I said next! Frickin' Alexa. Anyway, Renwell.
You both seem awfully calm.
Only because after everything we've seen, we don't have the energy to keep being shocked.
How are you holding up, Rinwell? That whole talk about the Renans looked like it shook you up a bit.
Yeah.
Just a little.
I get this sinking feeling whenever I remember how Danan mages like my family were persecuted and died out. And now, I finally know why that is. But I was thinking, if Renans end up living together with Danans again, then mages won't be such an unusual thing to see on Dana anymore, right? I know it's not as simple as all that, but Danans probably won't be so quick to let their guards down. And there might be Renans who still act superior because of their arts.
Yes.
It wouldn't surprise me. 300 years of bad blood and prejudice isn't going to be an easy thing to overcome.
Yeah. I know firsthand just how much hatred can take hold in your heart once you let it in.
Yeah, there was a whole boss
But
fight
even
based on it.
so, I was still able to change. And if I can change, so can anyone else. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I could use my position as both a Danan and a mage to help bring both sides together.
Yeah.
Renwell.
That great spirit worries me too, though. Dana's will feels so warm and inviting. So why is Rena's will trying to destroy our entire planet?
Now that you mention it,
Reasons?
Ep18 and the other scientists here never really brought that up. Maybe they don't know either.
It just wants to eat. It wants to go
Maybe.
nom nom nom
But
nom.
regardless, at the end of the day, Dana's still our home. There's no way we can let it be destroyed.
We won't. We'll keep it safe no matter what.
Yeah. Okay, Renwell's was a lot shorter. Right, who's the star here? No, it's Law.
I still can't believe it, man.
You're not the only one still trying to make sense of all this. Believe me.
Really? You've never struck me as the type of guy to get hung up on these sorts of things.
Well, he did.
Did you forget what happened back in Thistleum? Once my memories started coming back to me, I felt completely and totally lost.
He
It
did.
was really that bad for you?
Yeah, it was. But thanks to Law and everybody else, I remembered that I still had things out there worth fighting for.
Yup.
Man, I think you might be a better guy than me, Alphen. All I can remember thinking was, when's this guy gonna get his act together?
Punch him.
Law.
I was too worried about repeating the same mistakes I'd made back with my dad, and running away from the truth. That was no way to live. And I've tried to stay strong, my way. But all this talk about other races and the world ending, if I can be honest with you guys, it's just all too much for me to handle right now.
I know this is going to sound strange coming from me, but maybe the key is not to worry too much about the big stuff right now.
Oh?
I used to worry all the time about my thorns, for obvious reasons, but I never really opened up to anyone about them. And
Nope.
when I realized my visions pointed to a threat that was bigger than me, I didn't know what I should do or who to tell. But that's when I finally got it. You guys were all there for me, to teach me what's really important. I just had
Indeed.
to open up and listen.
In other words, if you let the big picture stuff get you all muddled up inside, you'll begin to lose sight of what you really care about. Yeah,
Yes.
I think you're right.
The thing that's most important, what I really care about. All I want to do is protect the people that really matter to me, to fight for them. That's good enough, right?
Not everyone is strong enough to fight.
Huh?
It's something your dad told me once when he was still alive. Law, you know you're strong enough to fight, and you're strong enough to protect the people you care about. Forget all the big stuff going on.
Indeed.
Just don't lose sight of what you want to protect in the first place. Sound good?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. It's like a big weight's been lifted off my shoulders. I'll
That's
fight
good.
to protect the people around me. Just like I always have. I think that's best.
Sweet. That's another one done, so all that's left is Dohalim.
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean
Sure.
hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere seconds.
Even I'm still not sure everything we've heard here is actually true.
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've heard is a lie,
Who knows what to believe anymore?
it's a rather elaborate one.
Yeah, 300-year lie.
I can
But
only
then again, you've
imagine
been
that you
dealing
must
with a
have been
300-year lie.
constantly feeling like this, ever since your memory returned, Alphen. And you as well, Shion. About your thorns, and being a maiden.
That's just part of being alive, don't you think?
Well, to say the least.
Mm.
But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself. What concerns me is all of the other Renans out there.
That's
When
fair.
you say the other Renans, you mean the ones that are living on Lenegis or Dana, right?
Correct. Even if we stop the Great Spirit from annihilating Dana, our problems will still remain. Putting
Indeed.
aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish to return to.
Space!
So, I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegis or come down to Dana, huh? And right now, Lenegis might not even be a safe option.
Very true.
And at the same time, Danans are hardly likely to embrace Renans with open arms. If the issue is forced, things could turn dire. There is, after all, 3 centuries worth of hatred to overcome between us. And the
Yup.
victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own circumstances as the aggressors are irrelevant.
I didn't expect the former Lord of Menancia to be so down about people reconciling.
Menancia's fate was a stroke of good luck. There had been backlash over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still, even now, there remain ardent dissidents.
Well, one of them
But
is less
things
problematic.
can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way. Isn't that what you hope to achieve on Lenegis, after this is all over?
Indeed, I have fully accepted the burden of that responsibility. In that
Yes.
regard, I remain determined. On that note, I have something of a favor to ask of you, Alphen.
Oh? What is it?
I wish for you to serve as a mediator so that the Renans can live on Dana peaceably. As the one and only Blazing Sword, I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to say when problems arise.
Be nice if they
I
did.
take it that you'll be the one to represent the Renans?
Yes.
Probably won't happen though.
I realize that I'm asking quite a lot of you. However, the fact of the matter is that it will take time for Renans to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed. That is why.
You're the same as ever, Dohalim.
Is it too much?
No, relax. You get so
Don't do
tense
it.
and formal when you're asking for a favor. Listen, there's no need for that. We're friends.
You're too kind. I can see you were raised well.
That's some high praise, Alphen.
Then I'll ask once again, this time just as friends. Alphen, will you help me?
You don't even need to ask. Of course I will.
Thank you, my friend.
Friend, my ally. Alright, so we spoke to everyone.
It sounds like everyone's learning from their past and using it to create a better future for everyone.
What about you, Shion? How do you feel about the origin of the Renans?
To be honest, I'm not really all that shocked, actually. I mean, I might be a Renan in the literal sense, but I've never really felt like one of them.
Oh.
Right now, it's kind of a mystery.
How do you mean?
Because for a really, really long time, all I ever thought about was how I was going to die. Not if or when,
Oh,
but
this is a
how.
bit dark again.
I thought I'd die alone. That fate had me in its steely grip. I would have never imagined that I'd be traveling with someone like you, fighting to save Rena, and it's been going on for 300 years. All this tragedy and destruction. When you consider the Helganquil's part in all this, it's been even longer than that. It was Naori's hope that somehow, someone in the future would be able to stop it, before it was too late. How it fell on us, of all people, to heed that call is a mystery.
And has been the
I don't
entire
think
game to this
Naori was
point.
hoping that we would just stop the world from getting destroyed. She considered me, a Danan, as a real person. And she very much cherished her own people, too.
Yeah.
I don't think she wanted the world to be saved, just so they could go back to hurting each other. Oh, maybe this is what she meant.
Yeah.
Huh?
When we were talking to Kisara earlier, about all that stuff like everyone's needing to meet halfway and embrace each other's pain and suffering. She said that the first step down that path was for each of us to put aside our own hatred.
Hey,
That
can we just
means
get the
forgiving
Well
other
Done
people,
award sorted?
even and especially before they forgive you.
Forgiving. So it goes both ways, right? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't just mean forgiving things that happened in the past either. Conflicts will keep happening. If we have any hope of moving on and building a better future, we have to all learn to forgive each other.
You know,
That's true.
You're right. People can hurt one another without
Could
even
happen in
meaning
modern day
to.
as well, but you know,
I know that better than most, thanks to these thorns.
real world.
It's not going to be easy getting past this pain. But if we can do it, I'm sure there'll come a time when we can all truly understand each other. I'm there with you, Shion. I too want to protect the world we live in, and all the people we care about. I think that's the very least I can do to repay Naori for everything that she did.
Yeah.
I want a future that she would feel proud to live in, and I'm going to fight for it.
Whoa there, Savior Girl. We're here to save you too, you know.
Save your
Yes, I
girl.
know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I want to live, and that's the honest truth.
Right. Let's continue
Well,
with more
is
cutscenes.
everybody ready to do what needs to be done?
I am. There's a lot to think about, but at the end of the day, Dan is still in danger.
Yup.
I don't care who we're up against. We'll kick their ass.
What are your thoughts, Alphen? I want to know what's on your mind, too.
Like Law said, if we have to fight the Great Spirit on Rena, then so be it.
Oh, well, it's going to come down to
It's
that.
trying to rob us of our entire world. And it's going to take not just our home, but all of existence along with it. That alone is enough to make it our enemy.
Yeah.
But it's not only that. One way or another, I think beating the Great Spirit is going to be tied to us saving Xion.
Uh-huh.
You're saying there's a chance?
Of course.
You're referring to the vision of destruction we all saw in Lenegis, I take it?
Yeah. 3 centuries ago, the astral energy that appeared at the spirit channeling ceremony showed Naori that vision. And to hear Xion tell it, it's the same one that she sees from her own thorns as well.
Indeed. Xion's thorns are comprised of dark
Thorns,
astral
thorns,
energy.
thorns.
The one type which we know is native only to Rena. And if Rena's great spirit is what's behind Dana's pending destruction, then...
Bings!
Xion's thorns are the Great Spirit? It's not actually on Rena like we thought?
We don't know anything for certain. At the very least, though, I think it's possible her thorns are a part of the Great Spirit.
While the main body resides in Rena.
Xion,
Bom, bom, bom.
If these thorns really are a part of Rena's great spirit, I'm going to go over there and give it a piece of my mind and then some.
Hey, dickhead!
The question
Stop
is,
ending
how
the
do we
world.
confront it? Suffice it to say, that flower growing out of Rena is enormous, large enough to house the will of an entire planet.
Indeed.
The Wedge and Lenegis were both hard enough for us to overcome in their own right. This is an altogether greater challenge for merely 6.
Well,
And we only know about the Thorns connection thanks to Naori.
then...
Hevric 35 has been observing the Great Astral Spirit this whole time. It wouldn't ask us to fight it unless it has a plan of some sort. Let's go see what that is.
Oh, please. Let's we have to.
Our minds are made up.
Mob
Let's
up
go get...
Lenegis today.
So if the Sovereign and Maiden were originally boot-up programs for Lenegis, what about now?
Even with the Forbidden Zone in ruins and the Renaissance stolen, Lenegis is functioning fine. If it needed us before, it doesn't appear to now.
First they lumber you with a position you never asked for, then you're discarded like you're nothing? Who the hell do they think they are?
More importantly, who do they think we are? We might not even factor into their list of concerns.
I
Yeah.
just hope everyone on Lenegis is safe.
Worst comes to worst, Lenegis is equipped with a large number of starships that people can escape in.
Starship
As long as
Troopers.
the whole satellite doesn't suddenly explode or something, they should be fine.
Oh dear God, Xion.
Wait, explode?
In any case, if we're truly going to make a difference, it's on Rena we're needed, not Lenegis. The people there will be fine, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, got that done. Right, back to central level. So we need to go speak to... Thingy, this has basically just been a conversation point all the way through. Right, I'm actually going to save. I'm going to do a short break, not a full like 3-minute one, just a normal break. So I'll be back soon. And yeah, we'll speak to Hebrecht. Okay, I'm back. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Making sure that was actually hearing what Martin had asked correctly there. So, yeah, partway through our stream today. Let's get back to Hevrecht. See what the hell's going on.
Do you have your answer for me? We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that?
Yeah, that's a point.
You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the great spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience, and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we
Right.
supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renis Alma. You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy.
Okay, so we've got 2 out of the 3
Using their
things.
powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renis Alma to destroy it.
Yeah, there's a slight
Hold
problem
on.
still.
That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
Oh yeah, also
She was actually
problematic.
right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy
By
the
your
great
powers
astral spirit
combined.
and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the great astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
Uh-huh.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider
Marish?
alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die, that we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational. It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony. We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile, and will only serve to strengthen it.
Well, impossible situations.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the
giant organ in
self-realization
here
of
now.
astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Renis Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Good.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony, considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed. I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Guys, I think it might be the time to lie.
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
Alphen?
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
Huh.
You'll agree?
Alphen's ray with words.
The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement.
Yes.
I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
Indeed.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
Oh, as you do.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
Apparently.
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower then.
Indeed.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Good question.
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Oh, that's ominous.
I wish that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
Hevrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar is all.
Are we ready? They're possibly not head straight to Rena.
Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Well, I guess we're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
I will.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same.
I've already saw my experiment, I don't
Repair work
care.
on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Oh, what?
Man, is it too much to ask for Hevrek 35?
Achievement
to talk
unlocked,
like a normal
the truth.
person? I swear I can feel my brain
Oh,
starting
and
to...
we got an alternate plan.
Is the Renis Alma really our only hope against the
This
Great
stream
Spirit?
has basically been
There has to be
watching
another way,
cutscenes.
right?
Welcome to Tales of
Shion's
Arise
Fire
Theatre.
Master
I
Core was able to suppress astral energy
am your
to
host.
prevent it from gaining sentience, right? Couldn't we make use of
Like,
that
ridiculous.
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Back in Calaglia,
Absolute
the Blazing
madness.
Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage that, it can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget, it nearly killed
no.
you. Besides, this is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Hevrek 35
Energy,
didn't
energy,
mention
energy,
it,
energy.
and it did not seem the type to skimp on details. So assuming it's even possible, the chances are slim to none.
You're probably right.
Hello, person. Fine, let's rest. Well, more cutscenes.
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
Yes.
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
Yeah.
But you still intend to confront this truth head on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even
That's
as
fair.
I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start.
Good stuff.
When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yes,
Yeah,
people
it
are
is.
people.
When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying.
We're
but
learning
we're
a lot
talking about
today on
massive
Tales of
numbers
Arise
Renans
Theatre.
and Danans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Why can't we be friends?
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
Yes.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright. To deal with one another as humans, and nothing more. That's the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
I mean, it would be great.
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a fine tribute to my brother's legacy. Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you. Duh.
I'll be there for...
Did you
No.
just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
No, that's nice.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Crazy love scene? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think I do too.
Right, so they've got together. So there's going to be another one between Rinwell and Law. Called it.
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk?
You know what? I'm sorry. We're skipping.
Phil?
I just want to get to gameplay. Right. On a viewing
You
platform.
sure you don't want to get some rest?
No, I'm sorry, guys. Sentimentality, you know. Look, we've done a stream where basically an hour and 10 minutes of the hour and 17 of being
Everybody
currently
get enough
streaming
rest? We ready for this?
is cutscene.
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed.
Adding out
Can't
game
stand
time.
around waiting all day.
Our task is
I want to get to the
relatively
Phytos.
straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit,
Only
and
descend.
restore stability to both worlds.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Yeah.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Let's do it.
On your starship are complete.
Oh,
Is
good.
that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Phasal.
Well, all those
Sounds
private
like someone
conversations
to
you had.
keep it Tom.
Yeah.
Maybe we should give Hevrect 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
True.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Cool.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship.
Using
Good.
the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Cool.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful.
Yeah.
Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
Fair enough.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Yes.
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
Most likely.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As
Oh.
such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
Alright, thanks, Spock.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's...
Yeah, whatever, Law.
Come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
Oh, more questions.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
45 hours of gameplay. 200 years.
We exist because others have entrusted this to us.
You need
Yeah,
this
yeah.
because of multiple chance interactions. The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable.
Well, it happened.
Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain.
Well, in that case, it's too hard to explain. Let's go.
Alright, time to get back on the phone lines.
Sorry, I mean, let's be honest. I've got 46 hours in this game without skipping a cutscene. I think you can give me a break. Okay. I want to get on the ship and I want to do stuff. Take off for Rena, so we're going to have to land on Rena first. Still can't, like, you know.
It would
Right
appear
there.
that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
Good.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
Let's
I
go.
guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 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 Come on. Yeah, I'm impatient now. All right. Whoosh. Skip. Wow. Welcome to Ominousville. There's a lot of just wreckage.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
Well, apparently.
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
Oh god.
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
Oof.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is.
Not
But
anymore.
After being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day.
Sorry,
world of
I'm
death
so
and
out of
emptiness.
words at the moment. This is dark, even for a Tales
With
game.
nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
Right, well,
You're
should we go
saying
and
if we don't stop it,
defeat it?
this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can
Yes.
be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive.
Nothing at all.
It looks like we can climb down from there.
Oh
Let's
yeah, the
take a
quite
look.
obvious teleportation point. Renner. Guys, we got there, an hour and 24 into the stream, and I can actually do some exploration.
So this is Rena.
Mother!
This-
Renner, a world of death.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell
No,
in?
no, I'm sorry.
What?
Sorry, no, skip. Challenge of a lifetime.
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit's...
Skip. Bridging the divides. You know what's happening there. Skip. Retirement plans. You are kidding me. Skip. We can reminisce on all those later. This. As we can take off. Oh good, can we fast travel? I know I want to do Renner, but not just yet. Sweet, we can. Ah, hello. We've got subquests. Let's do it. We can just sort of pick
Always
these
good to
up
be
and
back
then
in familiar territory.
and see what's going on. Oh, keeping up with the Helganquil. Sorry guys, skip. Spinning the herd.
You know, guys...
Skip. Right, you. Subquest. What do you want?
Yeah.
Right now?
Hey,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the favour?
just
I guess...
Let's just keep going. Mixed feelings. Right, so I want to speak to Nafe. What does Nafe want?
well.
Illigan Waste, the Zoogle. Oh, of course, Giant Zoogle. Law.
All right.
I guess. Got it.
Okay, so Giant Zoogle there. Of course. Then where else? Where else was there a side quest? Subquest. I think it was Pelagian. Level 3. Go. I guess there's another Giant Zoogle to take on. At least if we do all this, we get ourselves ready for.
We find...
Whoop. Hello.
Right.
Oh, the wedding. Yeah, I forgot there was a wedding going on.
Sax Leo...
Rowing up. Sorry guys, you know what it is. Skip. Affection in its many forms.
Hey, Shion.
Skip. Creepy crawly tangent. Love to do all these, but I want to actually do some fighting. Constant vigilance.
I never thought.
My god. Oh, thank god for that, right. So, there was also this other item as well. I don't know where we should be going. I want to do something. Other than just having a 2-hour stream of nothing. Right, let's go back to the items. There was a key item we picked up. Where was it? Secret key. The key to a certain door in Calaglia. Simply beholding it makes one wonder what lies beyond the threshold. So, if we have a look at Calaglia, it was in here. That was obviously where we take off. Somewhere that we've not gone to. Need to see if there are any maps in Calaglia that we've not went to be honest. Storage block? Trying to think. There's an elevator. I don't remember going in there. The fast travel point in there? See, I'm sort of confused now. Oh no, that might be the elevator. Hold on. Residential quarter, storage block. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so it's not there. Screw it, let's go to the waste. Let's see if we can take on this giant Zoogle.
Finally.
It's the worst that can happen.
If only we
Right,
could
anyway, merchant.
have flown with the wind.
Got nothing to sell. Let's see, what can we buy? Is there anything to buy? Any items? No, no, no? Okay.
To get here fast.
What about weapons? We've got any weapons? Oh wow, there is new weapons. We obviously can't get them yet. Definitely not. No weapons, no weapons. So let's go fight. I'll catch you later then. Right. Where are we? There's where we need to go. Hey, wolves. Do some practice.
I won't forgive you.
There we go. I know how to push the right bumper.
Looks like it could be worth something.
Alright, time
Is
to...
this the barrier that's keeping the Zoogle in that Nath mentioned?
I believe it is.
Looks like it. Our Zoogle pal should be on the other side.
This barrier is weird. It looks old and half finished. Plus, he said it was okay to break.
I mean,
Well, let's go break
we
it.
won't need it anymore once the Zoogle's gone, right? So what does it matter?
Yeah, that's right, Law. Tear it down!
Did they really
Okay.
think that barrier was enough for a Zoogle like that?
It was. That thing was sturdier than you give it credit for.
Really? So that's
Yeah.
the Zoogle, huh? This should be a piece of cake.
Let's
Don't get
go.
careless, Law.
Most likely
I'd
won't be
steer
a piece
clear
of
that
cake.
Zoogle if I were you.
We're gonna fight it. It's level 53. Thunderite. Okay, cool. It is a water, so... Fire... Let's have a look at what we got here. So we obviously want to take off water skills. Maybe just keep on everything fire-based. Obviously don't want that, or that, or that. So we don't want glacial split, flare tornado definitely, spread no, Consuming Wildfire because it's a Mystic Art. We'll keep. Breeze Lancer off. Explosion stays on. Yeah. Yeah. Explode can go. Flute Celestra go. Tornadus, Ignis Celestra can stay. Gravity's Field can go. Lunar Blast can go. Magna Ray off. And the other stuff can stay on. You do not deal anything like that, so it's Rinwell that would be the other one. In fact, she doesn't do fire, does she? Oh, she does. Not many of them, though. Oh well. Do what needs doing. Fountain Flash, Lightning Orb, Tempest Will can go, Celestial Hammer can go, Swell's Fly off. Sub-Zero Confinement off. Burning Strike stays on. That means she's really going to be casting Burning Strike. Fair enough. Law and Kisara can just stay like that. Obviously, I... Whoops. Yeah, that's right, Law. Oh, and the core. That was not a smart idea. Thanks. Yeah, that's gonna cast. That's casting Spread. Yeah. Back the laser. No. Oh, Rinwell. Careful. Doling. What are you doing behind me? Yeah, please, Shion. Go ahead and do it. Ow, ow, ow! A Spread. Bloody howling! Duel him! Hello! Yeah. Yeah, that didn't work. Do it again. Break him. Hey! Here we go, break it again. Double Demon Fang, yeah. Oh god, we're out of... Where are we? No, not arts. Items. Pineapple Gel time, I think. Wait, what do you think you're doing? Just healed it. Or is it just Shion getting healed? I think it might just be Shion getting healed. Let's try. So much fire damage that everyone's dealing and nothing. Oh, did we just break the core? I think we may have done. Alright, smack. None of these are working. Oh, this'll work. Relax, what level are we? I think we're like 10 levels lower than it, which is probably why it's taking so much time. Oh yeah, excuse me. See, at this point I might as well just keep using these things. It's not doing anything, but still. Oh. Yeah, go on. Well, that took a few thousand off. That's a spread.
Sorry, I didn't want to put you out.
Hey, fall over again. Ow, pain. Yeah, healing circle's not going to work, is it? Resurrection, though, that'll work. No, you don't. Really, Dohalim? Take your stuff away. Oh, you've only decided that now's the time. Okay, right. Come on, we can do this. Nope. Right, there's a strike. We got there, there's one. I think I might have been a bit early with that. Oh. Charging now? Okay, cool. Ow! Oops. Look, stay away from the spread. Ah, pain, pain, pain. Tidal wave. Stay away. Haha! Yeah, you. It's fine. Don't heal me forever. What we'll do is this though. It's Mystic Art time. Oof. Only 5,000. Okay, right. It's time to use another pineapple gel. Ah! It's brought its... Oh, wait, aim for the core again, guys. There's a core break. Excuse me. Coming through, coming through, coming through. See you later. Darling. Oh. Ow. Hold on. Let me just, I'll just use a normal life bottle. Really, Rinmo? Guys, please. John, get up.
That's gonna smart. Sleep now. I'll be saving this one. I'll heal you all.
There. Right. Get up and move away. That wasn't really a charge, was it? Oh my god, he's still going.
You picked the wrong fight.
Get in the circle, get in the circle, get in the circle. Ow! Yep, please, please. Oh, doing well, just. Really?
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore your pain. I'll try to be more careful.
Yeah, you can stay.
Thank you for the healing, Desiree.
Our comrades need our ability to survive.
No one is dying on our watch.
Really? Move!
Imbue this vanquished soul. Pieces! Attack time! Imbue this. I can carve through one.
My god. Stop casting shit. Just fucking heal.
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing art.
Try harder. Not a chance.
Unlucky, pal. Run away. God, he's gonna keep doing it, innit? Like, revive me? Or you just gonna sit there and all take damage? Thanks. And then you sit there and just get your asses kicked again.
A new lease on life. This can't be happening.
No rest for the wicked. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Why?
Shattering.
You wanna, like, you know.
I hope this
Pieces.
medicine works.
Attack time.
Can't be happening.
Rending you a bloody hand.
Hey, hey.
Imbue this vanquished soul. Resuscitation.
I can't lose.
Well, suck.
Sight. Go. Searing flame. Reload.
Just die, Shion. I don't actually think, where did I... Where did I
Don't get
fuck off
careless.
to? Don't think I saved for a bit. It's a problem. Deck it. Let's do it. Clearly 10 levels higher, and the AI is stupid.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Oh, good. Wasn't that far off. I saved it just before we got there. Cool. Yeah, 9 levels off, so probably not. I'm not spending all night doing it. With lack of items. So, simple off, I'll do something else. There's nothing fun about just repeating the same fight over and over again. Let's fill up on orange gels, fill up on life bottles. To be honest, I'm still on the idea of trying to figure out where these keys go. I'd say keys. More key. The key to a certain door in Calaglia. There's just, you know, so many doors. So trying to find it.
Little help.
Get out of here.
Well, looky here.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Yeah.
Only the best materials in your garments.
It says it's
Really do
somewhere
have
in
quite-
Calaglia. It opens a certain door. Unless there was somewhere in here that I haven't unlocked. Or the castle. Somewhere in the trench?
The discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
We've reached our destination.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Missed an owl? I may have missed an owl. Well, I've gone this way before I entered it the first time. Okay.
You are in this.
As soon as I'm done here, I'll come help out.
A comfortable win.
So, we'll try and it somewhere in a minute. East. In that case, I will head the east side once I find this damn owl. Yep. Oh, there you are. Thanks for the bandage. Goodbye. There, 80% of owls found. Feathered friend. Sweet. More elemental attack strength.
Look, Hoodle, one of your buddies.
Yeah. It was.
Let's dispose of this trash.
Really?
I'm just trying
Combo,
to
combo,
do the best I
combo.
can.
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Oh, hello.
Certainly not that relaxed.
What's on the other side of
Yeah.
this door, anyway?
Why ask me when you can just open it and find out?
Into the grotto. I'm just not on Discord because I didn't think about doing it. I was just chatting with Martin on the side, so didn't think of much of it. Let's use the secret key.
This is...
Some kind of bath treasury. Oh, hi.
But this is...
Right.
Kisara.
Sausages? Now!
Oh,
Egg sausage meal now!
Wow!
Into the grotto completed. We've got a wiener recipe. And 3, like, just
Thanks. Gotta keep up with the competition.
Personally, I
chests
prefer
everywhere. And in here we got royal cape
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You
and
must
witch
really
dress.
Like it,
And an Omega Elixir. It's important. The witch dress is not good. Royal cape is though. Give. Else. Cool. I've been holding on to that key for like an entire 2-hour cutscene trip. So, that also being said, like the other elemental things, there's obviously one in each area. Looking to see if I've missed anything in where the facts of these spirit beast things. Oh yeah, Phantom Power. Oh no, that was like 60 odd, wasn't it? Yeah. Star the tower. Oh right, I get what you mean, him. So the other of those things. Right. Well, you know what that's saying to me? That's saying to me I shouldn't fuck around here for a few levels, and I should actually just try and upgrade weapons in Renna. As long as I obviously don't go past a point of no return. Oh, date phase alt. There's a bloody side quest date.
We've reached our destination.
Yeah, we have. Right, let's go pick up this. Level 90!
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know.
You can go fuck yourself for a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you want?
Excuse me.
Okay.
Hey.
Really?
Generation gap. We got.
What?
I see.
I think we'll handle it.
Very nice.
The only question is the 6-armed giant. Oh, cool.
Dohalim, the line of researchers is getting longer.
Perhaps I should have put more thought into this before accepting.
Nope. Right, let's fast travel back to Renna. Kegum Helagri. Only going for another 10 minutes now anyway, so...
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind
But
to get here faster.
if we're in a situation where I am where we're like... no, Martin's not here, he's out. So we can't activate any of those, we have to go down that one. Down here.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Level 3rd floor. Oh yeah, you look ominous as God knows what. Red women!
Helganquil.
Oh yeah, we
Guess
actually
they
know
don't
what they
need
are
their
now.
Red woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
Jesus.
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
Oh well,
So
time to
we
kill
really
him.
are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
Fight! Oh, these are all level 53 and all.
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game. Allow me to help you.
What are they? They're weak to light, aren't they? Arts. Which in terms of Ah, screw it, just fight. Strike! Okay. And usually when it comes to something like that as well, it'll be just like, you're about to do this. Are you sure? Oh, ow, pain. Oh my god. Yeah. Which one of you is going to revive me? You? Okay.
How fascinating.
As impressive as always.
And a strike. Apparently. By about 10 levels. All these fuckers are level 53.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them.
My party's 44/45.
I don't even know why they're fighting.
Skip.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
Oh, okay, we're all 45 now. That's something.
Mission is over. You have to stay the course.
Oh yeah, maybe also like level up some skill. There we go, and then you can do that. Like that. And we've got a skip. We've got a skip that we can skip. And another one.
We haven't seen.
And another one.
Just look at the size of that thing.
So many skits that I'm missing, but okay, so hold on. What I'm gonna do here. Save.
Six-armed giant. Is this the Zoogle from the request?
It's
Probably.
not only alive, but completely uninjured.
We'll just have to see for ourselves if it's really as ferocious as they say.
Oh, we'll find out. We'll see how ferocious it is. 54. Calamity arms.
I have a bad
Oh, it's the one that's like we summoned from. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm not pissing. Do some leveling around here, get some bits, and then just take him out a couple of levels later. Just a couple of levels, of course.
A six-armed giant. Is this the Zoogle from the request?
It's not only alive.
Yeah.
I wonder how the...
Sorry guys, I don't have time for your skits. I want to fight. We've only got a couple more fights before finish tonight.
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
Okay. Upper level, second floor. And a fight in the middle. Okay, cool. Last B. Level 52.
Less worry, more action. Concentrate. Insects should stay on the ground.
Hey, keep going.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
No. Come on. There we go.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Elton.
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you.
Oh, bringing more enemies in?
Here goes.
Madness.
Lightning Tiger Blade. More. Here I come. Devastation. Hurricane Thrust.
Ow. Smack. Ow, pain. 38 chaotic figure. Strike! You're the chaotic figure, right? Yeah. You and your level 38ness. Strike!
This ends now. Consider yourself finished. Wait more. Take this. That'll bring you down. Sleep now.
Ah, hey! Oops. Didn't actually mean to use the Mystic Art so soon.
Keep calm and take them down. I'm ready. Commander of Heaven. Phoenix Cyclone. Here I come. I'm not done.
Keep going.
I'm ready. In an instant. Impact Claw. We work well together.
Finally time to reflect on that
In a bind. Here I come. Let them double demon fang.
So many. Oops. Oh, it really is. It's like a full arena fight.
This ends now. Consider yourself finished. My more. Megasonic thrust. No escape. Double demon fang.
Come on.
Totally. In an instant. Impact claw. More. Take this. Hurricane thrust. You're finished. Totally. In an instant.
So many things. I'm telling you now though, if I don't get like 3 levels from all this, I'm not going to be happy. I mean, if I don't even get a level, I'll be really annoyed.
I think I'm getting stronger.
Kind of.
Even in such a harsh
That was fun.
environment as this.
Right, well,
creatures here?
You think they're native
I guess
to
where we are, it's time to save. So I did some fighting, got my ass kicked by a boss a couple of times, and we opened the door. That's what happened on this 2-hour one. But yeah, Tales of Arise will be carrying on Saturday. That will definitely still be happening before Spooktober, and the final stream of this year's Spooktober on the Sunday. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with some play session. And all that's left to say there is have a good night. Follow, share, subscribe, bits, all that business if you want. But yeah, I'm gonna get off. So I'm hungry. So I'll see you later.